All right. Well, thanks for being here, sticking around. It's been an amazing weekend, kind of dreamy in so many scenarios. We knew it was going to be difficult, no question. You've got two top 10 teams coming in, fifth straight top whatever game. We've been grinding so hard, and today was one of those days where kind of felt like everything was just against us. Felt like just everything went the other way. And we kept fighting, and so I thought the character of this team was on full display today when the ball wasn't bouncing our way. The shots that normally go in weren't falling. They never hung their heads. They never gave up, and that's who we are. We were playing, obviously, without our leading scorer, our leading rebounder today, and so we had to scramble. SC, I'm sure, understood that Ray probably wasn't playing and, schemed against that. We had short notice, to kind of recalibrate, and that's not easy to do, especially, against a team as good as they are. And so baskets weren't easy to come by because of that. Had a hard time getting to the rim, had a hard time finishing, but that will come as we go. If we don't have Ray going forward, we'll be better for this. And when she's back, we'll be way better, for this. We're becoming more versatile. I thought the second half, I just liked the way we fought like crazy, knocked shots down. Timea was fantastic. Talia was leading us all day long. A lot of point guard leadership from Talia today. And I thought it felt like we were back in the game midway through that fourth quarter, and felt like we got to stop. Down 6, the ball goes out of bounds, and it was obvious to me and the people on the floor on our team anyway that we didn't touch it. They gave the ball to them, and didn't review it, didn't look at me, didn't let me ask to have another official, share their perspective, which is typically what they'll do. At least I'll have that opportunity. Off that inbounds, they hit a 3. Get a stop and get a transition layup, and boom, just like that, it was 11. And that kind of felt like the dagger, that little stretch right there. So that was just kind of an example of how things just didn't go, our way today. But anyway, hats off to them. They did a great job, and the difference, obviously, on the stat sheet is rebounding. And so that was the difference in the game today. I loved our defense. We made them miss, made them shoot. Low percentage, held Juju down. And gave ourselves a chance to win because of our defense, but their offensive rebounding ended up being the difference.
To me, it looked like maybe it took a half for you to get your legs back under you after Friday night, and then 22 in the second half. Have you had experiences like that before, where physically just it takes a while to get into the game coming off of a big game previously?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was that reason as to why I wasn't making shots. I feel like I kind of rushed myself a little bit on my shots in the first half, and then obviously I settled in the second half. But no, my teammates found me in the second half, and then just played off of that. So, yeah.
Scott, Juju 6 for 32. What were you trying to do today that maybe you did better than you did the first time against them in Los Angeles?
Well, we did a heck of a job there too. She was 11 for 33 down there. I thought we played her really well down there as well. Stay in front. That's really the trick, and I thought we were very accurate in our game plan. We've developed in this time, and so has she. I thought they did a nice job running stuff to her, getting her the ball, which we knew they would, because you can't really keep her from touching it. Then you just pray that you can force her into a shot that she might not be as comfortable as others, and I thought our intensity and our positioning was elite today. The growth in this team defensively, we're a D'ing up. We kept them out of transition. We made them miss. Give them credit for doing a great job anticipating shots and getting to the boards and keeping things alive. Even when we had good position, they kept things alive. And so, like I said, that was the difference. But, that's the stat sheet we hope to see, before the game. And I thought we could with the way we've been defending the length we have at the guard position.
That's the shades into a little bit of Gary. Coach, could you take us through a little bit what a week or a weekend of preparing for a player like Juju kind of looks like from a scouting point of view?
Yeah. when we have something unique for the Sunday game, we will spend time on it Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, and that's normal. That's no disrespect to our Friday opponent. I mean, that's just because Saturday's practice is going to be review then. And so Tuesday is about us. It's about what might be coming on Friday or Sunday, and we'll spend as much time as necessary depending on what it is, you know. And so Juju forces you, like great players do, to do, you know, different things, and you have to be so accurate in it because they're so good and talented, you know, that we spent a little bit of time Tuesday, a little bit of time Wednesday, and then obviously yesterday was a walkthrough practice basically because of our legs, you know, getting ready for today. And then shoot around this morning, again, review.
I was also going to ask, Timea, with her shooting ability of that size, have you had players that sort of remind you at all of her game, any years recent?
Well, a stretch four that can go inside and out is what everybody prays to get. I mean, it's almost like, I don't know, what would you call that? You know, I mean, it's the thing that puts you over the top, you know, when you have that position. If your five can shoot it, that's even better, but that makes spacing on the court so hard to guard, you know, especially when you have a dominant post presence, you know, like we normally do. And so that's what's, you know, so difficult about this team, you know. So to me, its ability to stretch the floor, shoot the ball, post up, handle it, makes us so versatile and so difficult, you know. Who have I had like that? She reminds me a lot of Devin, Coach Devin. I mean, that's you know, when we beat Stanford here for the first time in forever, 2016 season, Devin hit 5 threes that game, you know, and that was the difference in that. And so, yeah, so I just go, she's a new version of Coach Devin.
Talia, Scott talked about that defense on Watkins throughout the game. I know you started on her, played her a lot. Can you talk a little bit more about what that challenge is for you and the team defense that Oregon State has now played twice in a row against her this season?
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's a great player, and you're not going to stop her from getting the ball or from getting shots up. Obviously, she takes a lot of shots, very high volume. So just taking her out of her A game and her B game and then getting her to that C game and doing what you can to impact the shot. And so just staying in the way the whole game, making her uncomfortable. I think I did a great job in that second half, and Dom and AJ stepped up when I was in foul trouble early. And then I don't think she scored in the fourth quarter. So I was very proud of the way that everyone that had to guard her guarded her. I think 6-0 boards is 6 too many. I mean, the goal was for her not to get any of her own rebounds. So definitely need to grow in that area. But I think, yeah, Dom and AJ did a great job. Everyone stepped up, and it's a team effort to guard a player like that. And so, obviously, we did a great job. I mean, the goal was more shot attempts and points, and we blew that out of the water. So it's a good effort.
Scott, it was nice to see up there before the game when you the crowd, big ovation there. I know it helped the players as well. Just because I have to ask, any idea when we might get to see her back on the court?
No, I don't know. Hopefully soon.
Scott, it's the second lowest scoring outing you guys have had this year, second into the court. It was the lowest scoring outing. The second was the first time you guys played SC. What about their defense makes it so difficult for you guys to score? Obviously, you know, we got to acknowledge Ray wasn't there, but.
Yeah, I think they're committed to defensive transition. They do a nice job not giving up anything easy. They're committed to taking the rim away, and they make you hit tough shots, you know, over the top, and they do a great job of closing out. You know, they're athletic, they're long, and so everything's challenged. So that ball really needs to move, and you know, the first half it didn't, you know, and so all of our shots were contested and tough, it felt, and that's why we shot the percentage we did. There wasn't anything at the rim easy. Even layup attempts were contested. Then I thought halfway through the third quarter, we really started moving the ball well. There was a couple possessions that was so beautiful. It was inside out, extra, you know, wide open looks, and that was a theme in the second half. I thought we got a lot of good looks in the second half. We didn't shoot great, even with those good looks, but they were better, you know. So yeah, so I just think they do a nice job of adapting to what you're doing. They're old. This is a veteran team. I mean, they've been through it. You know, there's no young players out there other than one, and She's beyond her years, obviously. And so this is a veteran team that's seen everything. So they close quickly because of their awareness and recognition.
Obviously, we've already talked a lot about defense on Juju, but it felt like when AJ was going hand-to-hand with her, she didn't let up a single point. What do you think of her defensive effort?
Great. Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of this team right now. I mean, Dom gave her a ton of trouble, I thought, in the second quarter and was really disciplined, which was great to see. AJ took a majority of the reps the first time we played him and did a great job on her. Talia has been as accurate as anybody probably in the country defensively this year, so we've got that. And then Dono is a defensive stopper, and so with this team, I mean, Lily's position, Adley's position, I mean, everybody's really growing, and that's why everybody's shooting a poor percentage against us. What are we in the nation? I mean, we're top 5 defensive field goal percentage. And probably better now, and so that is who we are. We're committed to that, and it gives us a chance to win every night.
Coach, I know this isn't the outcome you desired, but were there any areas of improvement you saw out there tonight since the last matchup?
That we're better at?
Yeah.
I thought our defensive, just effort and angle. I mean, I think SC's better this time around than the first time. I think everybody's improving. I mean, they're hot, right? And so I think we needed to be better today, and I think we were better today. It's hard to say offensively because we're different without Ray, and we're figuring that out. But I thought we got better as the game went on for sure in our execution and got better looks as it went. So, yeah, I think we're just growing.
Talia, when you come off a tough loss like this, as a leader on this team, and maybe not the outcome that you wanted, are you able to take any positive from this? Or as a leader, how do you go into this next week after, you have a player that you guys really needed that was out? Obviously, that showed in the stats. Just how do you go about this? How do you feel?
Yeah, I think just continuing to adjust. We don't know Ray's status, but if we don't have her going forward, then just figuring out how we can score. I mean, I was proud of our defensive effort, but I think boards in the fourth quarter killed us, and that's unacceptable. I was really disappointed in that from my team. So I think just going forward, I predict that that's not going to happen again, and I'm taking accountability for that, making sure that we have 5 box outs every possession. And I don't want to lose the boards one more time this year, so I think that's what I'm looking at going forward, and then just stepping up, hitting shots. Obviously, I wasn't hitting any. Timea stepped up in that second half, but I think we just missed too many good ones, and that and rebounding ended up being the difference. So I think just staying confident without Ray on the floor and figuring out how to get better shots, hit the open ones, and just keep adjusting.
Scott, you talked about the way Talia was leading you all game. On Friday, it was obviously with the shooting, and obviously a pretty magical moment. Today, we see her diving after loose balls, getting blocks, taking the elbow from Juju. What did you see from her when the shot isn't falling to still be able to lead, still be able to create opportunities, and again, you guys are trying to claw back into it. What did that level of fire give you guys?
A chance. That's what it gave us today. This is my favorite part of my job, by far, is I'm a teacher. And so when the student becomes the teacher, becomes the leader, there's nothing more rewarding or fun that I get to do. Not close this is the beauty of this whole process. You stick with it, you go through hell and back, and then you come out the other side with wisdom, confidence, and ability, and respect. And that is all I hear in our locker room, and it's all I see, respect. And I've told her I respect her. I respect her mind. I love every moment. Getting to coach, and it doesn't feel like coaching, right? It's like work with and compete with her. So today, it felt like that. It's like, okay, we're on the ropes. This is, we're taking punches is what it felt like today. And it's like T and I, it's just eye contact. What do you want to do? What do you think we're doing? And, of course, I've got an incredible coaching staff, but she's a part of it right now. And so just problem solving together. So she gave us a chance today, not only with her her effort, as you described, diving, playmaking, selling out, sacrificing every part of her body for her team, but also with her mind in problem solving, So she gave us a chance today by stepping up, into that role, which just demands everything you have and total courage.
Talia, what was that fourth quarter like when it felt like you did have to make it happen defensively? It did seem like you were selling out, like I was saying, doing everything you could to create turnovers, get juju out of the game. It just seemed like, just felt like you were, the level of fight that you were bringing there, it felt desperate, I guess. Can you describe what that felt like in that moment?
Yeah, I think just after the third quarter, I don't know how much we were down, but I just knew to give us a chance. She couldn't score. She couldn't get a good look at the rim. And whoever I was guarding couldn't get an O board. We couldn't give them any O boards. So that was what I was thinking going into it, is just control what I can control. And that's defense, effort, leadership, communication. And I do think I did a good job of all of that in the fourth quarter. And obviously disappointed in my shooting, and definitely need to figure out more ways to score with Ray off the floor. She's usually my first option. So I don't know. Yeah, I just tried to do everything I could for this team, and I was proud of the way we fought. And just like I said, we just got to win the boards. And so I think just all that leadership needs to come from everyone. I feel like there were definitely moments I felt like I wanted it more than my teammates, and that's never what you want to feel. As a leader, I feel like we needed to step up more in certain areas, rebounding, I'll say it again. And so, yeah, like I said, I predict that that's not going to happen again going forward, and I think we learned our lesson there.
Scott, you've talked a lot this season about figuring it out and adding layers. These next 2 weeks, regular season, what do you feel like, aside from maybe having to figure out if Ray gets to play, how do you do that? What else do you feel like you need to add or figure out these next couple weeks?
It kind of depends on who we're playing. As we get into the scouts, just what's it going to take? That's what I think. I just think each game provides an opportunity to get better. I don't think it's like one thing that's glaring. Today was rebounding, but I don't need to worry about that personally because it seems like it's handled.
Yep.
But getting this team ready to compete against two very good teams on their home floor. I think if you look at the records of both Washington and Washington State, they're not going to wow you, but Washington State beat SC in LA, and Washington did, and Washington State beat UCLA in LA. These are good teams. I think back to us last year. We were dangerous at the end of the year. We were battling everybody to the wire, and we had only won 3 or 4 games, going into senior day. And so we know we have a lot of work to do. We know we've got 80 tough minutes on the road next weekend, and I don't think we need to think about anything other than that. It's just what's it going to demand to beat these guys, and that will be the next layer.
We're going to go Woody, Preston back, Brenda, Brett, Trevor. We'll close it out there.
So yeah, a game like Friday, obviously incredible, but a lot of energy exerted in that game as well over the last, however many minutes. Did you see any of that kind of bleed over into this game, or maybe you thought your team came out a little bit more tired just because of all the emotion, all the energy that was poured into that game on Friday?
I hope not. I think I was feeling it a little bit yesterday, and then obviously, it was a tough game. Your body feels it, but when I stepped out on that court, it's no excuses. You can't feel anything. And in the 32 minutes I played, it didn't show. So I would hope that that's how it was for everyone. And 40 minutes isn't a ton of time, so I think you just fight through that, and that's part of it. And so, yeah, no, I would hope that at this point in the season that's not a factor.
Scott, obviously, I know that the shots, as you've reiterated quite a few times, weren't falling today, but I do want to ask you this. Knowing that in the defensive performance you guys put out on the floor today, holding Juju to a worse shooting performance, holding USC to their worst shooting performance all season, how much confidence does that give you guys, knowing before that you've stated all season long, defense wins championships, and knowing that the core factor of your belief in this team did not falter in this game?
It's fun to think about and talk about. I mean, that, like I said a minute ago, that gives us a chance every night. I think everybody knows it, and it gives us confidence, going forward. Just because, I mean, you look back to Colorado, Utah, going into those arenas, playing them on their home floor, as hot as both those teams are, and, this year, I mean, our defense locked them up on their home floors. This weekend, UCLA played a phenomenal game Friday night. I mean, I don't know if they could. I mean, that was an elite performance offensively, and we just weathered it, and found a way and got the stops when we needed to win. And then today, to do what we did again, I think the identity is defense. Offense flows from that. And now as we, kind of either reconfigure or get back to whole, I mean, we're feeling great, we're feeling great about ourselves. And so shore up the rebounding today, maybe we win, I mean, and so we're right there.
All right, that's it. Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Go Leafs.
Go Leafs.